That's right. We are live here in Osage, Iowa. I have Carl Fox with me. Say hello to everyone. Good.
Oh.
Carl is the Fair Board president here for Mitchell County, and we're just going to take you a little tooling around the fair here to show you kind of what's all going to be going on. Everything really starts tomorrow, but a lot of people are bringing things in today, Carl.
Yeah, vendors are getting set up, the carnival's set up. A lot of businesses have brought in some things to showcase and got that structured up. Of course, this morning the 4-H exhibitors began judging their static exhibits in the event center, so that's really the beginning of fair for the youth.
Oh yeah. And it's always, you know, this is something that they work towards all year long with their projects. As you know, being a fair dad yourself.
Well, there's an incredible amount of projects that actually get done in the last few hours. Judging every night.
Right? Isn't that amazing? And that's the beef arena right over there. And so now that's been something that is actually a dedication arena also, right?
Yeah. Yep. To Sean Berg, and he was a board member that died way too early from cancer, but certainly we've got a plaque in there that labels that as such, and numbers are, early reports are some very large numbers this year, so we had to do a little expansion, and we've set up some gating on the outside for grooming stalls to be outside to accommodate some of this extra animals coming in.
Little overflow. All right. And it's nice. We've actually got some pretty decent weather this week. Comparatively, last week was really warm.
Yeah, cooling down tonight. It's a little bit of breeze today. It's hopefully going to make it bearable.
Yeah. And now out here in this parking area here, is this going to be open for like handicap parking and that type of thing?
Well, yeah, parking for all, and we actually have parking spots designated for handicap. Grandpa Drums. And so that's by the main entrance of the Cedar River complex is a handicap parking. But we've changed it up in all past years. The large machinery was staged here for, you know, exposure and such. But we want to make the parking accessible, and it's really important today, Tuesday, with all the parents bringing their 4-H members and static exhibits, and you know their timed when the club's coming in. So that's really nice to keep that close. And of course, tomorrow morning with weigh-ins of the animals, that's important to have a lot of trailer space. So we're really trying to open it up and move it. And here's a picture of our swine and sheep arena.
Okay.
Yep, and obviously some sponsors that have been a long time sponsors, some new sponsors for that portion.
And that's also going to be where the dog show is too, correct?
Very good, yes.
All right.
We just did a new paint up on some of the dog stuff there.
Awesome. And we've got some kids, as you can see right over there, that are starting to get all of their stuff going. And that's where all of the photos are going to be as well for the kids that win.
And of course,
ribbons.
that banner there, those were provided by the Dave Dietrich Memorial, and so we've got those in all the barns. And
fantastic.
Sounds like a lot of numbers coming for the poultry and the rabbits.
Awesome. And they've got some new cages there to be able to see all of them. A lot of people having poultry now, especially with the backyard people that are doing backyard chickens and stuff. I suppose you're seeing more kids doing that now too.
Yes, as well as, you know, there was some bird flu challenges in the previous couple of years. The herd numbers were kind of getting that little challenge managed.
Sure.
We actually had to put some tents here for the beef pen of 3 because they're too far full in the other barn. Of course, you may remember that was a beef barn when we were youngsters.
That was the beef barn when we were kids. I remember doing that.
Right where we're at would have been where the sheep barn would have been, and of course, right to the left was your pride and joy of the horse barn. It
was, but I tell you what, I could have only dreamed when I was a kid to be able to have the horse barn as awesome as it is now. This was really cool when I was a leader to be able to help, you know, raise up some funds to be able to have this horse barn. It's such a great thing. Those horses were always so hot in there, and this is such a great thing.
It's amazing how those old barns, they built them like they were having the fair in the middle of winter.
Right,
so
exactly.
Certainly open space and a lot of room for tack and obviously the saddle holders on the end.
Yeah. Well, and this has been so great. The Fair Board has done such a great job with all the improvements that you guys have done and all of the different things that have been done here on the fairgrounds to make this a more enjoyable, everybody coming to the fair and stuff.
One thing we're really proud of in the horse facility is that staging for the gaming and the shows is that the horse riders, the horse exhibitors can all be under shade,
Yes.
waiting to go out into the arena. So.
Yes. I remember when this was just going to be torn down and we talked about it, and it's like, oh, those kids used to sit out in the sun at the other end of the arena.
Chad Hallbeck is a master carpenter.
Yes.
And he spearheaded this movement and got this structure moved across the fairgrounds that used to be the beef show arena.
Yep.
So,
yep. And it's been so great. The kids have really enjoyed this. And I know that that's the one thing with fairs is the camaraderie that happens with these kids. I've still got friends from 4-H versus high school, you know?
Yeah, we're unique, obviously Osage is the county seat, so there's a lot of white and green, but to the northwest we've got St. Ansgar, and then of course you and I know where the power comes from. That comes from the east side of Riceville.
Of course.
Both Riceville graduates.
Yep.
And so it's very unique, the friendships that develop between students in those three districts.
Yep.
And that is so important. Even though there's high school rivalries, when we go to our next stage, that is so important to have those allies and not just to be from a small school, but we're part of three small schools that band together in August and work together, and I think that's very important for socializing.
Exactly. And you guys have some great vendors here. Are we going to swing into the grandstands, or are we going to go carnival? We'll go grandstands first.
We just did a little early prep. We're working up the soil because our first event will be tomorrow night, the tractor pull. So we're storing water in the track, right? Part of the success of the tractor pull is the firm surface, and you have to have moisture that will mitigate up. So we got to bury water, so to speak, until it's a little dry. So we're conditioning, getting the day ahead.
Awesome.
And you may have noticed we have each of the school flags in the
I did
grandstand.
notice that. That's something new that's up there.
Yeah,
That's
we've been
awesome.
doing that for a couple of years. So,
Yeah. Usually when I make it to the grandstand events, I'm over kind of by that beer garden over there that y'all got.
There you can see the three flags of St. Ansgar and
very cool.
And Osage, and then the Riceville R.
Way over there in the far corner.
Yeah, we gotta get that. A little bit of history. I've been bouncing around here on the board for some 25 years, and I was just a young little skinny lad when we had somebody cut those black tin out and screw those on there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, and this being the FFA, now this is the FFA food area, right?
FFA runs that.
Yep. And a great little seating area here. This is something new.
Yeah, we brought in one of these sunshades from the cattle feedlot last year, and real good response to that, and keeping things cool and keeping that direct heat off. So and so the neat thing is when they come here and they the food vendors, that type of thing, and a lot of these are local. It helps out local projects. Yeah, certainly on that side.
Yeah.
And here's the aquatic acrobatic show.
Oh, very cool. That's something new.
We got the times posted up 3 times a day.
Very cool.
Yep. And of course, we got some concrete boards, so we're really kind of made that handicap accessible to get in the grandstand. So
nice.
We've got that ramp. We got shades and tables. We've got a tremendous amount of park benches to put out around yet.
Yeah.
This evening and tomorrow.
And your carnival is getting put up, and of course this year you guys have a free carnival rides this year.
That's right. Yep. And obviously, the carnival operators can't run 20 hours a day, but so there is scheduled something of 8 hours a day. But we've got those posted on the website.
Awesome. On the website, and I think I saw something on Facebook too, if I remember correctly.
Definitely. Yeah.
And now over here you've got a new cement pad as well.
Yep. And so we'll have the stage set up over there, and then we'll have the local brewery will be assisting in some serving, and that'll be a fenced-in beer garden. So we'll have live music Friday and Saturday evening.
Fantastic.
Yep, and that'll be open ahead of time and after as well. So
awesome. Very cool. And I remember those swings. I tell you, as being a little kid, those swings were one of the funnest things to be on. That and that, I think it was a zipper way back when. I think that one probably got taken away from the hazards that was. I know.
I'm not so sure that isn't the Rocco plane in the back they're beginning to set up.
Oh, that could be.
Yellow.
Okay.
So that Brooks Barn swing is a brand new item.
Oh, neat.
Just manufactured in June of this year, so first time out, so they're pretty excited to
Awesome.
showcase that. And they've been trucking stuff in all yesterday afternoon and today. Just every time I turn around, well, here comes another wagon.
There's another one coming in. And
Yeah.
we just, right before we started, there was, the semi was just coming in here.
Yep,
It's a great scene on the
Miller's
side.
Petting Zoo, so that's
Okay.
always a great crowd pleasers. The kids can get in there. There's that master carpenter.
And Stewie over there too.
Yeah, Kevin Stewart.
And now, tell me a little bit about, now this cabin's been here for a long time. You guys just built the barn not that long ago. I think it's been, what, 10 years? 10 years ago now?
Yeah.
So-
Little Hands in the Barn. This
Yep.
is actually called a Haiti house. So
Okay.
Suka Manufacturing had manufactured these. It was a fundraiser,
Okay.
but it was after the hurricanes went through Haiti and destroyed so much habitat.
Oh,
So
sure.
they took their components and designed. This is a house. As you see those planter boxes,
Oh, yeah.
those are designed to be filled with native soil to anchor the facility, right? They don't have concrete there.
Sure.
And then the rainwater would collect in there, and so they can support some, not just flowers, right?
Right.
You think of flowers.
Right.
They would actually put something in there that
For
they could grow
crops.
some edibles off of. So,
Fantastic.
so just kind of a neat little thing, and they
Yeah.
use it in corporation with Little Hands Barn and do a lot of kid activities and kind of interacting. Kids that don't get to go to Grandpa's farm and just expose them a little more to food production and such. Yes, the Historical Society has done a whole bunch of work in the last couple of years, stabilizing and retucking the original log cabin, and of course the one-room school. So really some nice showcase in there, and nice interaction for individuals who want to really take a glimpse,
Into history
what-
here in Mitchell
what-
County.
we think we're up to speed if we watched the last episode of 1883, but come here and see what they were going to build when they got to Montana, right?
Right, exactly.
When Faith and Tim got there.
Well, yes, exactly. Such a great series, just gotta say.
I'm gonna spin out on the main street because
Okay.
we were interrupted there by that truck, but we didn't get to see the Center Fabrication welded us up a new entrance sign, and
Okay.
it's really quite a work of art.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is
So,
fantastic.
Incorporating the green and white as well as the red and white, and the red and for each of the schools, and then red and black with the black upright for Riceville. So
Very cool.
really incorporates that whole tri-school county
Yeah,
event.
so neat. And there's parking out kind of on the back side of the grandstands for people.
Yes, certainly there, as
Yep.
well as you can access on the north side or the south side, as well as the school. We do a lot of work back and forth. School years is our cement for ball games
Yep.
through the summer, and we can access all that parking lot over there.
Awesome. Well, and you guys have a varied industries building too, so there's a lot of open class projects that come through as well.
Yeah, a lot of more sales in here.
Uh-huh.
In the event center will be all the open class.
Okay.
Quilt racks are put up today. We saw some fantastic looking pies coming in for judging. So that's just a little glimpse of what we've got coming in. There's still some vendors coming in to set up. Yeah, we don't have everything in yet. We're working on getting the fans rolling. Of course, we've got the Farm Bureau safety cap there, demonstrator in there. So
Oh, neat.
simply beautiful, and some nice accessories. We've got some covered up on that side over there. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what that is.
I'm guessing it's so they don't get a little bit of that dust as everybody's coming on in here right now.
Got a little dust control here, but really hard surface is nice through the midway.
It really is.
And I don't know if you've noticed, these are memorial benches. You see, we haven't set out yet.
Oh,
And
nice.
so they're memorials of individuals, and they were purchased by those families.
Oh, cool.
We're setting out.
Is
So,
that something that they can go to the website and submit somebody to still? I mean, not for this year, of course,
Yeah.
but maybe for next year?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We'll always welcome that.
Okay. And is this, I know you guys probably
Doyle's
have the
wood
lumber.
carving will be
Yeah.
right here, yeah.
Okay. That's always fun to watch him do all sorts of wood carving.
And of course, last year we did the focus on, we carved a big Osage logo
Oh, that's
into a
neat.
log, and then we auctioned that off, and it ended up being a rollover auction.
Oh.
We raised some $14,000 for the fair.
Wow.
And
That's
so
amazing.
this year, that's on a 3-year rotation. So this year he will be carving a St. Ansgar log.
Oh, neat.
And of course, next year will be Riceville log.
Uh-huh.
And since I have a position over there in the school board. I didn't want to see favoritism, so I said we must go last with that. But
there we go. There we
no
go.
neglect. It was because I didn't want anybody complaining. So,
right.
So we're looking for everybody to come out at this ribbon auction as well as the carving auction on Sunday. And definitely, if you're from St. Ansgar, come support your colors and get your hand up on that.
Yes. This is going to be great. It looks like it's going to be such a great weekend to be able to do all the stuff. Everything starts in tomorrow. What time do the gates open tomorrow?
Well, it's an open gate, so you can get here at daybreak if you like. Just get yourself accustomed. Get a good parking spot, probably.
Yeah.
A lot of weigh-ins are going to start beginning at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So the barns, we're going to be running around and keeping things active, and so we'll have vendors opening up, and of course we do the Little Mr. and Miss contest at I believe that's at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And followed by the Mitchell County Fair Queen. We've got 4 tremendous candidates this year.
And tell me a little bit. Last year was a little bit near and dear to your heart.
A little bit,
Yes.
yeah. So, yeah.
Is it your daughter?
Around here they call me the big deal just because my daughter was Mitchell County Fair Queen, and then just kind of went on and ended up being the Iowa State Fair Queen.
Yes,
so
yes. And
she's actually been on a tour all across the state. So last year, the Fair Queen McKenna Hendrickson had set a record, and they track this every year how many county fairs the queens go to.
Okay.
And McKenna set a record at 61. Last Wednesday, I believe Marianne was something of 78.
Oh my gosh.
She's already into the 80s by the end of this week.
Oh
so,
my gosh. I know when I talked to her early on after she got her queen, estate queen stuff, I know when I talked to her then she had a goal of trying to make it to all 99 county fairs.
Yeah,
so.
Of course, that had to start last fall already before, after college started for her. She's majoring in ag engineering at Iowa State.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she did the Clay County Fair and Cattle Congress of Big Waterloo. So
sure.
She's got quite an impressive list, and people ask me, so what is she doing for a summer job? Turning in mileage.
There you go. There you go. That is fantastic. So, and that's where, all of these county fairs, there's so many experiences that the kids get to do, and stuff that is not just in the county. It's related to whole life experiences is what they get to basically, go into. And I know that there's a lot of kids that, there's a lot of family farms that, especially here with the cattle, with the horses, with the swine, with a lot of, and even the sheep, there's a lot of family heritage on this.
Yeah, certainly. As we've noticed, our master carpenter, Chad Hallbeck, his grandfather served as a Mitchell County Fair Board member for several years.
Yes. I remember him saying something about riding the tractor here when they used to mow the lawns way back when. And that was clear back when the horse arena, we would have to load up the cattle so we could have our horse workouts because there was cattle out grazing on that pasture out there.
We just tore the last of that woven wire / barbed wire fence off the south side behind the horse.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
So yeah, when I came on the horse, came on the fair board, they had cattle grazing to mow the grass out there.
Some good old jerseys were out there.
Another thing we kind of forget about, and I kind of pulled on the backside so you can see what's going on in the beef barn. Nolan Peters didn't get the weeds cut down.
Nolan.
Anyway, so Friday the barbecue contest will begin, and the barbecues will be set up out here in the Ball Diamond.
Okay.
And so we've been getting power ready. Eric Duncan's been helping us with JB Electric to get power set up, because there'll be a mini city over here of campers and tents and barbecuing.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of those guys and gals and kids, they have their whole setup right there in their campers and trailers.
Oh yes, it's quite a display, and certainly a tasting frenzy.
Yes. And now you guys also have bingo that's going to be going on as well.
Yeah, so last year we updated and moved the bingo into what you and I would have thought of as our old 4-H building exhibits. And so I'm sorry we didn't.
No, you're good. You're good.
That kind of fast, but so really nice. We've insulated that in there, made a lot of area space more comfortable for the firemen, and that was a big hit last year.
Oh yeah.
They had all the chairs full, and so this year they've got a little surprise, if we can hint at it. They've got an old fire engine, like from when your grandfather was a young man. And they've got that in their park crossways, and they're going to be calling the numbers out of that old fire engine. So really kind of a neat focus in there, and they're doing a lot of decorating on the side. And you probably know how that bingo is sure caught on.
It is.
Out in northeast Iowa.
Yes.
With the wineries and such. What a and we've got the Rowdy Beaver in Riceville does bingos on every fourth Friday evening or something.
Well, and used to be the bingo was right out here across the way, and it was always packed. It didn't make a difference. It was always packed.
A fun culture of crowding around, and now we've got these overhead doors we open up to increase airflow.
Awesome.
And they'll probably be showing up in another hour or so, but we're just a little early on that. But you know where to find them. That is definitely going to be a hit. And here, the Brando kids have made a little project here, and so that's just going to be free. You can shoot and kind of loiter about, shoot balls, come down, shoot them again, work on the skills. I don't know if I got a couple little wrestlers down the road from me. You ever heard of Nick and Blake Fox?
I've
we should
heard
get
of
a
them.
mat out. Maybe they can do some exposition wrestling.
Yeah. Man, this is just going to be so much fun. And your grandstand events, those are going on every night. And the live music, of course, afterwards, and the beer garden afterwards, is going to be on Friday and Saturday night. But you've got tough trucks, you've got demo derby, you've got tractor pull. Everything is listed right down here below. If you're watching this Facebook Live, you can see all of that below. Go to Mitchell County. I'm trying to think of the one that I'm missing there. There's one of them that I'm missing. Tough trucks.
Tough trucks, figure eight.
Figure eight. That's the one that I was missing.
Trucks, figure eight, and demo derby. Come early on Saturday. Enjoy some food, and it's going to be a full house.
It is.
We're renting bleachers from aluminum bleachers from the Bremer County Fair Board, and because we're planning on full capacity, and we want to get everybody sat down and have a fine entertainment, and so demo derby's going to be extra large this year because the Big Four Fair in Nashua just announced that they will not have a demolition this year. So the promoter said, make the track bigger. We got even more cars coming. So
wow, that's going to be a blast. And they can get tickets here, or is that online now? Should they come here to get their tickets?
Yeah, we can. We had some advance, but now we're doing on site, and so we'll have the ticket booth opening about 5 o'clock.
All right.
And you can get your one day pass there.
Yeah, and it looks like you've got it all set up. A lot of the food vendors are just coming in, so it's going to be packed down here. Come to the Mitchell County Fair in Osage, Iowa. It's going to be a blast. Carl, Fox, thanks so much for hopping in here and giving us a tour around the Mitchell County Fairgrounds.
If you'd been here a couple hours later, we'd see the State Fair Queen. She stops by every night.
Okay, all right.
She's out on tour again.
We might have to just come and do another Facebook Live during the fair.
She's the front man of my crew, so she's a lot more presentable for radio and TV.
And TV.
I'm the radio man.
All right, well, come down. It's this weekend. It's the Mitchell County Fair. It's going to be a blast. Come and support all of the local youth and businesses that are here with all the Mitchell County Fair.
That was another On the Road exclusive with Britt Bailey.
Now that's what I call country. Yeah, you guys are so much fun.
Just who we are.
Bring on the country.
That's what we do.